you shout out my YouTube channel, Talent Off?
Yeah, shout out to Talent Off.
Thank you.
Follow him.
Right then guys, welcome back to a new video on my YouTube channel. Now what I thought I'd do is the best game of every season since Derby last got relegated from the Premier League. Obviously the last time we got relegated from the Premier League was 07-08 season, when we finished on lowest points in Premier League history of 11. So I've picked a few games out, or one game from every season where I think is probably the best one. Starting with the 08-09 season, it has to be either the 4-1 win away at Brighton or the 4-1 win at home to Blackpool. In the 09-010 season, it has to be Derby vs Preston, won 5-3 that game. Then in the 11-12 season, 10-11 season, has to be either the 4-1 win at home to Watford or the 5-0 win against Palace. I think both of them have to be up there. In the 11-12 season, 3-0 either to Doncaster or Millwall. In the 12-13 season, either the 5-1 win against Watford or 4-1 win against Blackpool. Both of them have to be up there. In the 13-14 season, I picked a few out, to be honest. There were a few good ones. Brighton beating them in the playoffs. Obviously, that was a big one. 5-0 against Forest. We'll never forget that day, so that had to be on there. And the 5-0 win against Brentford in the Cup, also up there. There was no doubt about that. In the 14-15 season, I've gone for the 5-2 win at Fulham. Obviously, midweek game and crazy atmosphere. Really good. Then for the 15-16 season, I've gone for 4-2 win against Wolves, 4-0 win against Bristol. And then I've put Hull away in the playoffs in there just for the simple fact that it was a really good night, 3-0 down in the home playoff game to go there. Obviously, it weren't enough to get us playoffs, but we won the second leg. It weren't enough to get us to the final. And then for the 17-18 win, I've gone for the 5-0 win against Hull. I think that had to be on there. It was a midweek game, and that was a really good night. And then it was Fulham in the playoffs, 1-0 win at home, and it was a really good atmosphere. Smoke bombs going off in the south stand. It was just a really good atmosphere. But the 5-0 win against Hull, it was such a good night. I think Hull got a red card in second half earlier on, and it was just a quality night. In the 18th-19th season, I've put loads on here, to be completely honest. There's Leeds, Norwich. There were Leeds, Norwich. Obviously, Leeds in the playoffs when we beat them in the second leg. Norwich, it were like 4-3, I think. Floodlights went out. Bristol City was immense. It was just mental night. And there were quite a few up there. West Brom, away we beat 4-1. They all had to be up there. And then for the 19-20 season, I didn't really know what to put, so I've gone with Northampton in the cup. That was probably a really good night out, to be honest. You could probably even put Crystal Palace in that one. And then for this season, there's not really been any good games to really put up there. But I've put Birmingham away. Obviously, we won 4-0, and I think that's been the best result that was on there. If I'm honest, looking back at this season, it's not been really good at all. So that's what I have gone with for this season. But that's the best game of every season that I can think of. Comment your thoughts below on what every best game is since we were last in the Premier League. Make sure you leave a like on this video and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to keep doing different videos throughout the off-season. Up the Rams.